would
This
like to learn.
conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So I guess value momentum is already working in duckcreek, right?
No, actually, we are expecting, but I'm not sure when will I get the opportunity.
Okay. Okay. So this session, in these sessions, will be basically focused on the development part only. Okay. So I guess you guys will be aware with that, that we'll be more focusing on development part in these sessions.
Yep.
Okay. My screen is visible to you guys?
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry. So how about you? So sorry. What is your name so that I can interact with?
Yeah. My name is Rachel and I have around 7 years of experience into this.
Hmm?
And I'm based out of Mumbai location.
Okay. So your name is
In
Akil
Rachel.
Rachel. Okay.
So so we'll be covering first today the definite example platform architecture, that how its architecture looks like.
Okay.
Okay. So basically in this architecture we have three sort of things. Okay, like every technology has. So do you guys have any idea about .NET or any of the traditional programming language? .NET, C, C Sharp, Java, anything?
Yep. I have experience on Java and .NET, so I'm good with technology.
Okay, 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 okay. So yeah, so why I'm asking is because this architecture is similar to that only.
Okay.
That's the programming language that we use. So basically, we have a three-tier architecture here. The first one is the client tier. Second is a
Rachel,
business.
I'm sharing something, so I can just see the blank screen.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, my screen is not visible.
Yep. So it's just the blank screen, blank white screen. I can see.
Now it's visible.
Yes. Now it is visible.
Okay.
So Rachel, you'll be sending the slide, or it will
I, I,
be.
I'll send the slide to you.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay. So it's a three-tier architecture. So first we have a client tier. Second is business logic tier, and the third is database tier. The client tier will be placed where we'll be having our client computers. Business logic tier is the place where we'll be keeping our application servers, and database tier where we'll be having our database server. So through the pie chart, we can understand like when a web browser we can browse that through the presentation logic HTML, which is connected to the business logic, and business logic is connected to data access logic. So this is how these three are interconnected with each other. And in the last, our DAL, which is data access logic, is connected to our database. Okay, so we can say that whatever business logic will write over here will be helping in showing the things that whatever we want to show. And this business logic also will help our system to access with the data access logic. And this data access logic will access the database.
Okay.
That's a very simple architecture in a very high level words. So it's clear?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so same thing. The topmost level of the application is a UI. So this is a UI which we are seeing as a, in this previous slide we have seen that this client computer that we are seeing is a UI.
Hmm.
And the main function of the interface is to translate tasks and results to something that can be used, that can be understood. Basically, whatever we want to show over here is a UI and is a topmost level, client level. We can say that. Okay. Second level we have, which is business logic layer. So this layer coordinates the application and process commands and make logical decisions, evaluation, performs calculations.
Okay.
It also moves and processes data between two surrounding layers. So basically, whatever we've studied in computer architecture, we have like CPU, so that where the everything will be deciding, it calculates it, do the calculation and all that. So for us, this business logic will do the whole stuff. Okay. And the last one is the data tier. So here the information is stored and retrieved from the database or the file systems. The information is then passed back to the logic tier for processing and then eventually back to the user. So here we'll be processing our data, storing our applications, data to the database, again retrieving them on some parameters and all that. So that can be done through the data tier. That's a three layers in our architecture, quite basic things.
Okay.
Additionally, we have a SOA, that is service oriented architecture, that describes the building of application as software services. So several disparate departments within a company may deploy and develop SOA services in different implementation languages. It's like XML is often used for interpretation. So we have different technologies which is like SOAP, REST, and web service we can use this for other third-party web services. Okay.
Yep.
Now here comes a DCT example platform. So here, as we've already seen that we have our client
DC,
bug. Client. Yes, please.
DCT means Duck Creek.
Yeah, duckcreek technology example platform.
Okay.
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 Yeah, that is duckcreek technology example platform. So here, this is our first layer. This one is our first layer. This one is the second layer, and this one is the third layer. Now, how we can fit duckcreek in this architecture, we'll understand from this slide. Okay. So first we have a client browsers, which we can say as a UI. Okay. Then we have partner applications. So partner application, any idea?
Partner applications like other related applications like claim system or billing or other things. If it is not inside
Exactly,
Duck Creek, the other related systems, right?
exactly. The partner application is like a third-party web service. We can say that.
Yep.
Like if you're going for a personal auto, okay, and if you want a MVR report, okay, or you want win for your vehicle, then you have to use a third-party application. That's a partner application.
Yep.
Make sense?
Yep. That makes.
Okay. So that's the our we can say the first tier. Second tier is like our example express and example server. So will be these are the we can say that our business unit where we'll be writing a code and all that. And the third one is a database studio. So if we move ahead, then we can say that this is a client tier, okay, this is a business logic tier, and this is a database tier. Now you guys must have seen 2 to 3 new terms over here. First one is example author. So what is example author? So anyone of you heard about this term, example author?
Nope.
Okay. Like if you're working in .NET, then most of the times we can write our codes in Visual Studio, right?
Yep.
So at the same time, if you're working in duckcreek, then it's 100% sure that you will be writing a code in example author. We can say that it's a kind of IDE. For our understanding, we can say that example author is an IDE.
Okay.
Okay. Make sense?
Yep. That makes sense.
Okay. Second is business logic tier. Okay. In this, we can see that we have example express. So what is example express?
So,
Example express. Yes,
Rachel,
please.
before going there, right? So the partner application, right? Like third-party services, which we are mentioning, right? Like credit score or Clue or MVR. So how is it being done, it's there available in the Duck Creek, or we'll have to call outside, or how it is done. So I was going through internet and I was seeing something like Duck Creek managed services, or something called AAMS or something. So something related to that, right?
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
basically, duckcreek provides some plugin points. Okay. So using those plugin points, you can integrate your system with duckcreek.
Okay.
Okay. So what you have to do, you can write your own custom request. Duckcreek can't provide the system because every web service have their different parameters. Okay. Like if you're calling an MVR service. Okay. For example, if you're calling your MVR, or you can say that let's suppose you're calling your WIN. Okay. In WIN, we are providing a WIN number which is of 8 digit only, and we are getting an output of let's say 10 things. Like we're getting like your make vehicle, your make, your model, your year, and your mileage, and other different things you're getting. In some other web service, you're passing some other report and getting some other results. Okay, so it's
Right.
difficult for Duckcreek to identify a particular scenario or a generic thing. So what Duckcreek does is like they leave some plugin points, so you can write your own custom request. Okay,
Hmm.
you can convert the input, you can convert the output according to your need, maybe in JSON or whatever format it supports, and you can get the results.
So I'll be writing that inside Duck Creek, or it'll be outside, like it's a standalone with applications like WCF or a Java web service.
You'll be writing a .NET code.
Okay, but inside Duck Creek, right?
Yes,
Okay.
inside Duckcreek will be writing.
Okay, I'm getting it.
So that you can integrate it so that your data that you'll be getting, everything can be taken care.
Okay.
I mean, you're getting the values from some system, it can be directly taken in the system very
Okay.
well. You don't have to again go and write some other service to store it also.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yep, that makes sense. And Rachel, actually, there is so here you have given communication as XML, right? But so how it is in the in the current market and in the current technology stack, we do not use much of XML, right? So we use mostly JSONs across all the systems, right? So are we still using XML in here, or we can use JSON as well?
No, no, no. So we don't have any other option. We have to use XML only. See, I'll tell you one more thing. Tectric is a tool which is built on .NET.
Right.
Okay, and in this tool, we will be using the background as XML.
Okay.
So can you relate two things? There are two things. Tool built on .NET and the background of this application that runs is in the form of XML. Like if you write a code that will be converted to XML.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, so this is how it works. And they give and that gives the valid reason for this as like XML can store the data very easily, so they are using it in the form of XML.
Okay. So then where does JSON and the communication comes in? So it's for the next
Third
level,
party.
like third party
Yes.
and okay.
The correct doesn't use it, but we can use it for third party now.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm good.
Okay. So yes, so we were talking about the example express. Okay. So the click defined a name to a UI. If you want to like client browsers, right? So whatever we want to show things on our application to the user, we can term it as a example express. Okay. So this is responsible for whatever we write a code to show things on the UI. Example express. Okay.
Okay.
It's just a name, so don't get confused with the name Y example express, Y example server, Y example author. It's just a naming convention that Decrypt uses. Simple.
Okay.
And the last one is the example server. That's the backbone of duckcreek that coordinates with everything like example express, example author. We can see that partner application as well, and with database as well. So it coordinates with everything and do the processing and all that. Basically, we can say that for understanding, it's a kind of CPU,
Okay.
okay, which indulges in each and everyone's conversation, helps them throughout, and do the processing. That's a presentation logic. That's a business logic. So whatever write code you want to write, or whatever business things that we need to handle it, we can do it from example server. And the presentation logic, whatever we want to show things to user or we want to do some presentation, we can use it via example express. Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
The next thing is what is example server and what are the things that it does. So it helps in rating. So rating means pricing. If you want to do some calculations, you want to show some rules, then you can use rating. Then we have rules. Then we have interfaces, forms, security, data. So each of these things is handled by example server. Okay.
Okay.
And example express. So what happens? We can see that we have XML document and we have accessibility transformation style sheet. Using the accessibility transformation processor, we can convert it into HTML document. So whatever we will see on UI. That's a final result that will be in the form of HTML. And as I've already explained to you that we have our XML with us available. Okay, so we have our XML available with us. So we need to convert that XML so that everybody can understand it. Okay, like we have a HTML and we have a CSS. So CSS is style sheets so that it can add more relative things to our HTML. In the similar way, XML is a document and accessibility is a style sheet that converts the XML so that it can be in a more human readable form. That is an HTML document.
And this HTML document is the front end kind of thing, right?
Yes, intent.
Okay. So we do not have anything like JavaScripts and those things, or it's still with HTML, or we can integrate that as well.
Sorry, come again, please.
So can we use JavaScript, Ajax, and those for the front end, or it is still so it's up to us to integrate with
Yeah,
those things.
we are using JavaScript as well. So that duckcreek provided a JavaScript file. So in case you want to do some customization and all, you can use that.
Okay.
But it's not like that. You have to write it from scratch. Duckcreek has done for us everything.
Okay.
So the same thing we have like accessibility processor. We have the same thing we have explained. Like XML is coming. We are using XLT for the style sheets, and this transformer converts it to any of the format like XML, HTML, PDF, WML, etc.
Okay. So this XSLT conversion, we will have to write it, or it is automatically defined in the tool.
Everything is here. You don't have to
Okay.
do anything.
So only in
Everything
case
is here.
of customization, I will be doing modifications there, right?
Which customization?
say if like I wanted to make changes to the XML document as an output, right? If I wanted to change it to the front end to some
Yes,
my
yes,
custom
yes.
format, I will have to make the changes there.
Yes, yes, yes. That's a part of skin. If you want to change the skin, if you want to change the look and feel whole, then you have to write it by your own. Otherwise, everything will be provided by duckcreek.
Okay, got
So that's all about the architecture, and most of the things is done by duckcreek itself. They've provided templates and everything. You just simply need to use those things and do the needful. If you want to do some customization according to your need, then you have to write your own code and you can integrate it. Netflix supports integration very well.
okay.
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 So any queries to anyone till now?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. So now we'll be starting with the next thing, that is inheritance structure. Yeah. So we'll cover the basics about inheritance, that what inheritance is all about, what is inheritance. Once we'll move to server, then we can understand it in a better terms. But before going forward, let's understand the basics that we've studied in our high school. And from the next session onwards, we'll be studying about the our folder structure of the installation, and then we'll move to the example author directly tool, and we'll understand its properties one by one. Okay?
Yep, sounds good.
Yeah. So my screen is visible, right?
Yeah, your screen is visible.
Okay. So first thing, that what is inheritance? So anyone of you can explain what is inheritance?
So inheritance is kind of reusable things, right? So one you can inherit one place to another place. That is how it is.
Yes. So basically, in a simple term, we can say that reusability. Correct? Correct. In the simple terms, we can say that it's a reusability, right? Hello.
Yeah, yeah, you are right. So it's a
Yeah.
reusable thing, and
Yes.
so one property of class can acquire the property of another class. So there are a lot of uses within it.
Yes. Yes. Correct. So basically, the trick also use the concept of inheritance as well. So this platform uses a inheritance model to develop and deliver manuscripts. With the inheritance model, can use
Sorry,
any
your voice is
manuscript.
feeble. It's not clear. It's breaking up. Second.
Is it fine now?
Now it's better.
Is it fine now?
Yes, now it is better. Yes.
Yes. So this platform uses an inheritance model to develop and deliver manuscripts. With the inheritance model, you can use any manuscript as a base to create a new manuscript, and this new MS derived from the base can extend or modify any part of inherited manuscript. So same thing which we are doing it over here as well. So don't get confused with the term what is manuscript. Manuscript is nothing but we can say that it's a class. Like we have Visual Studio, we have example author, we have manuscripts, we have class. Okay, we can relate these things like this so that we can understand it in a better way. We all are very much familiar with Visual Studio. That's an IDE. So same we have example author. That we can say that that's an IDE.
Okay.
Then we have a class that we used to write in our Visual Studio. Similarly, we have manuscripts that we will use to write in an author.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this 5 line simply says that you can simply inherit one class from another class, and that can be extended. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. Then there are two things. One is multiple inheritance, second is multi-level inheritance. So you guys know the difference between these two terms, multiple inheritance and multi-level inheritance.
Yep, I've studied about it, but so not sure exactly.
Okay,
The multi-level is like it's something like kind of polymorphism, right? Like it can extend into different layers of inheritance, right? And say, for example, if I have a kind of in an entity model of architecture, so I can connect to the first level of classes as well as to the second level of classes. So that is multi-level, right?
okay. Uh, we have one more candidate on the call, I guess.
Yeah, like a
Any?
multiple inheritance. Yeah, are you able to hear me?
Yes, yes. Please go.
Yeah, yeah. Like multiple inheritance means in the same parent, we can, I mean, call that parent into different classes.
Yeah. So multiple inheritance means like we have a class A, class B, okay, class C inheriting from A and B,
Okay.
okay.
Yep.
I'm again repeating it. We have a class A, we have a class B, okay. Now we have a class C which is inheriting itself from A and B.
Okay.
That is multiple inheritance,
Yep.
okay. Next is multi-level inheritance. That means we have a class A which is inheriting from class B inheriting from class C inheriting from class D, and so on and so forth.
Yep. That makes sense.
Okay, so
Yep.
duckcreek doesn't support multiple inheritance. Duckcreek supports multi-level inheritance.
Okay, got it.
I'm clear.
Yes, now it is clear.
Okay. So for any manuscripts, you can specify an external manuscript to inherit for the following fields, groups, pages, and forms. Okay.
Okay.
So when I say that I inherit manuscript, or let's talk in general terms. When I inherit a class, so what are things we inherit from that class?
Properties,
Yes, we inherit
object,
its variables,
objects,
its
variables,
objects, yes, its functions, correct?
Functions.
and
Yes,
the scope resolution, like, and also the members, if it is a private, public, or
yes,
stat.
correct.
Yeah.
So we inherit all those things. So
Right.
in our manuscripts, we have like fields, groups, pages, forms. What are fields? Well, where we'll be defining our functions and defining our variables. What are page? Page is a place where we'll be showing things for the user. What are forms? There are all our forms will be uh, incorporated. So if we inherit a manuscript, then what we are doing, we are inheriting all these things of the different manuscript. Okay,
Okay.
It's a simple thing. It will inherit the class. What we are inheriting? Everything like variable function and all that. So same, we are inheriting all these things. What are field groups, pages, forms? We'll discuss that in a while. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Now we have some of the benefits of insurance, like it's a manuscript reuse, simple adoption of upgrades and new versions. Okay. I'll explain the second point in a while. In the last, we'll explain this point. Separation of purpose. You're separating your different purposes. Like I want my one manuscript in this for this purpose only, one for this purpose only. Likewise, uses is contents relationships and all that. So let me explain you the second point in a bit detail. Okay. So as I've told you that the trick is a tool. Okay. So what the trick provides is like they provide some set of templates. If you come and if you talk to the trick like I want to do some use your product and I'm going to write a product on personal auto. Okay. So what the trick says is like yes, you can go ahead with your requirement. We have a set of template available for you. You can use that. Okay. Hello.
Yep, we are following you.
Yeah. So you have two options now. Either you can use the template directly or you can inherit that. Okay. So what's the best practice is like we have to inherit the templates which are provided by the decorator
Okay.
for personal auto.
So for every LOB, we have different manuscripts.
Yes. For every this LOBs, the trick provides a different, we can say that different templates. Like if you want to go for homeowners, so for that they have different template. For personal auto, for that they have different template. So you don't need to start from scratch. You have
Okay.
something before starting. On top of that, you can start your own customization according to your client's need.
Okay.
Okay. So what happens? Let's say in the template, the click provides some upgrade. Like they have changes some mechanism. Like for our betterment, we were using in all the projects. They say like we are using this process, we are using these fields, or we are using this function. So what the click does is like they put that function into the template so that we can easily use that in the newer versions in our system. Make sense?
Yep, that makes sense.
Okay.
So, say for example, like in case of any new field addition, right? So, if I add in one place, so that's going to be that new field that will be inherited across all the fields where where I have used the duckcreek template, correct?
Absolutely correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep, got it.
So if the crick gives some updates or some new versions are released, some new things are released, so they will be once will take update, so that will be automatically fetched in the base or templates, and from that we can directly fetch it into the R system. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So that's the benefits of inheritance. Next is overriding of items, base changes. Like so, have you guys ever used inheritance?
Yes, we
I
have
mean,
used.
you guys must be you have used that at some point of time.
It, right.
So, have you guys ever seen this characteristics of inheritance? Like we have a class A and class B. Class B is a child class, and class A is a parent class, and we are inheriting B from A, and there is function in class A, which is let's say function A, function X. Okay, so the same function S will be inherited in the function in the class B as well with the function X. Now, if you modify something in function X in the class B,
Right.
Okay, and at the same time you also modify some other thing in class A. Okay, so what will happen?
It will be overridden,
You got
right?
my scenario, right?
Right, right. I got your scenario.
Yeah. So in that case, what will happen in the base in
Yep.
the parent class? Whatever we have done won't be available in the child class because the child one is overridden.
Right.
Okay. Hello.
Okay.
Yep. I'm following you.
Yeah. So any doubts? You can stop me here in this override thing.
So, but here, how it is related to Duck Creek here?
It is related to Ducker care is like, let's say we have a manuscript A, manuscript B. In the manuscript A is a parent, manuscript B is child. In A we have a field in X. In B, that X will automatically come because it's deriving it from A.
Correct.
Now, if you'll make some changes in A in the derived one, that is in the manuscript B, and again if you'll go and make changes in manuscript A in the field X, it won't reflect in the B
Right, because we are
because
overwriting B
yes, correct,
in B, correct? Okay.
correct. So this is a real time thing.
Yep. So here we are following the same inheritance and overwritten concept of the C sharp or any OOPS concept, right? So we are
Yes,
not changing anything else, correct? Okay.
correct, correct.
Okay. But here, why it is mentioned as issues with inheritance? Then it's just to describe it is written,
Issues,
right?
yes, I mean disadvantages. We can say that, not issues. We can say that disadvantages that is available with everywhere.
Okay.
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 So the last thing that how inheritance works. So it works like as I've already explained it to you. The correct provides a templates to us, and using those templates, what you can do is like you can inherit it according to your needs, and you can write your codes in the inherited ones. Never mess with the templates that they provide. Otherwise, if a new update is available, and once you try to take updates, the new update won't be installed in the templates. So it's always good that you should inherit the template to a another level and try to make changes in that so that changes and the updates can be easily done flawlessly without any challenges. In the past, we've seen that many people have messed around with the templates, and while upgrading, they face a lot of challenges. So to avoid those challenges, these are the basic things. Everybody knows about these things, but we tend to forget it. So just a small brushing up of your concepts while going with that.
Okay. So meaning in Duck Creek we shouldn't be using much of overrating, right? So in a typical object-oriented environment, right? In Java, even we use because it's all our custom related code, right? So here, since it is all maintained by Duck Creek and because of upgrades, we will get our templates changed in some point in time, right? So overriding is it shouldn't be encouraged, correct?
Yes, it should be encouraged.
Okay, got it.
And you have to maintain the proper inheritance structure. Definitely provides us templates. You have to inherit those templates, and then you have to use them according to your.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Got it.
So any questions here? Anything?
No, we are good.
No.
Okay. And I guess I want these sessions to be very much interactive. So I used to keep asking a lot of things from you so that I can also learn from you guys as well. Okay. So don't take it on a negative way that I'm asking too much questions, because I always found it a very effective sessions.
That's fine. So this looks good. So it's more interactive, right? Being
Yes, yes. So
that's
that
so
we won't get bored of each other. We will just be interactive, be taking participate in the conversations. So today what we covered is, like, we have seen our basic DCT architecture that we follow in every technology, and we've studied about inheritance, how inheritance work with the our duckcreek. Okay, in the coming session we'll be discussing about its folder structure, and we'll be jumping to the example author tool on the live server. Okay,
okay. Okay.
so we can connect tomorrow at the same time, or if you want to change timing, then you can contact with Ravi or Harmeet, whosoever you want to contact. You can change timings if you want, or I'm fine with the same timing. I don't have any problem with that.
So we are good with the
Okay,
timings,
guys?
and
Yeah, I'm
actually,
good.
Yes,
I have a question
yes,
here. So
yes, please.
you were mentioning, right, the example express, example server. So these are all just a servers, right? And we will be accessing those business logics or any logics through example author, correct?
Yes, yes,
Okay, so example author is the only way we can interact with all the any layer of even if it's a database or so database. Anyways, we have other tools. So for interacting with example server logic and business logic, it's only example author we use, correct?
yes, yes.
Okay, sounds
So basically, example author is a place where you'll be writing a code. Okay, example express is a place where you'll be showing whatever you've done
good. Okay,
to UI. Example server is always a hidden layer. I mean, like CPU.
okay, got it, got it.
You know
Okay,
that you know that your CPU exists, but you have never seen it
yeah,
physically, or you have never felt it.
correct.
Okay, the same way we have our example server as well.
Okay, got it. So and
So most of
how?
the time, 80% of time you will be spending with example author only. Yes, please.
Okay,
Sorry, come again.
and how does the deployment work? So here we use DLLs only, right, as a deployment module.
Deployment for that, we can use Jenkins. We can use
Not for
other
build and
tools as well.
what is the unit of deployment? So in Java we use var, right? In .NET we use DLLs, right? So in this,
Yes, yes.
that's
So here, what we're using, we are simply using .xml files. We are placing into placing it into the another environment.
okay,
So in .NET, we have a class libraries which we
right,
created, and the extension is .dll when we compile them.
right.
So here we don't need to compile and anything. We just simply write our code that will be in the background. It's in the form of XML. Simply you have to put that XML into the another environment, and it will work accordingly. Simple.
Oh, okay. Okay, so maybe we can discuss more in later session. So we are good for that.
Sure. Okay, guys, then we can connect tomorrow, same timing, and be prepared with your questions. If you have anything, we can discuss it before starting session tomorrow, and then we can continue with the other things stuff tomorrow.
All
Tomorrow
right.
we'll be using the live server, and we'll be seeing things that how it works and how it looks like. Okay?
And live server we cannot have in our machine, right? It'll be only to you,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah, that's not possible.
All right, sounds good. All right, sounds good then.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much for joining the session. Have a good day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah,
Bye.
thank you, and you too.